Hey everyone, and welcome back. In this lecture, we'll use the sales dataset that we downloaded and imported in the last lecture, and then take a look at how to sort it inside of Excel. We'll look at the most basic kind of sorts, as well as some of the more advanced custom sort options available within Excel. Let's go ahead now and get started. So here we are now, back inside of Excel. And as mentioned before, I'm using the same sample sales dataset that we downloaded and imported in the last lecture. Instead of using the import wizard, I simply open the file by double-clicking on the raw CSV. So there will be a lot of different times and situations when it may be helpful to sort the data by a particular column. So for instance, we may want to sort this dataset by the order date, the order value, or maybe by the customer name. The customer name would be a great example of the simplest type of sort in Excel, which is the alphabetic sort, which simply allows us to sort our data alphabetically from either A to Z or Z to A. So let's look now at how to sort our customer name column. And let's also quickly resize our column so that we can see the full customer name. Let's now click anywhere inside of our customer name column, which happens to be in column N. And then up here on our Home tab within the Editing group, we have the Sort and Filter button. We'll be looking at filtering in the next lecture, but for now we'll focus on sorting. So depending on your screen resolution, it may look a little different, but the icon that you're looking for is this one here. And also worth noting is that this option can also be found in the Data tab under the Sort and Filter group. So it's personal preference as to which one you use, but I always tend to use the Home tab. So let's click on this and then choose to sort our data from A to Z. And then looking down our spreadsheet, we can see now that all of our data has been sorted alphabetically from A to Z. And if we go back and choose to sort from Z to A, the opposite is of course true. And also, note here that the column heading is not included in the sort. Excel is able to recognize column headings from the actual data and does not include it within the sort. Another quick point worth making here is that when sorting data, Excel does not mix our data up. So let me show you a quick example to demonstrate. If I make a new spreadsheet here with a few letters going from A to G, and then in the next column we'll have numbers from 1 to 7, if I sort our letters alphabetically from Z to A, the numbers in the next column will also be sorted too, so that they're not mixed up as we sort our data. Going back to our sales dataset, let's look at another type of sort, which is the numerical sort. And this time we'll sort our sales amount from largest to smallest. So again, let's select any cell from within our sales column, which is column E. And this time when we click on sort, we'll see that instead of getting A to Z or Z to A, we get the option of smallest to largest and largest to smallest. The reason for this is that the sort feature within Excel is context specific and will change based on the data type of the column. So if we click on largest to smallest, our data will then be sorted numerically in descending order so that we have our largest order in terms of cell amount up here at the top. And of course the opposite is true if we sort from smallest to largest. Let's now take a look at a more advanced type of sort. As well as sorting by a single column, we also have the option of sorting by multiple columns. To do this, we'll again go to the Sort button, but instead of selecting a regular sort, such as smallest to largest for example, we can choose Custom Sort. And then in this menu, we're able to set up and customize our sorting parameters. Because we had the Sales column selected when we clicked on Custom Sort, it's entered this as our first sorting level. But let's change this to our Year ID column, which is just the year in which the order was placed. To do this, all we need to do is click on the little drop-down arrow and select our new column. Also, note here the option for My Data Has Headers. Our dataset does have row headings, so it's very important that we keep this option checked. And simply put, this option excludes the first row from the actual sort. But of course, if you don't have a row heading, then make sure to uncheck or deselect this option. So currently, our first sort level is the Year ID, and we want to sort this based on the cell value. So the cell value is what the value that's actually in the cell. There are other options here, like cell color or font color, but in most cases, you'll want to leave it as cell values. And then we also want to make sure that our order is set to be from largest to smallest. So that now is our first level of sort set up. If we were to click OK on this, that would just sort by year in descending order. But of course we have multiple orders in each year, and we want to be able to see for each year what the largest orders were. To do this, we need to add a second layer to our sort. So we go ahead and click on Add Level, and then for our new level, we'll add the Sales column. And again, we'll sort from largest to smallest, and then click on OK. And then now, our data is being sorted firstly by the year in descending order. So starting with 2005 and going down, and then the additional value of the sales amount too. We could also change our sort on the sales amount to be from smallest to largest as well. So we have the largest orders for each year at the top of our dataset. So to start with, we have the largest order for 2005, then going down to the smallest order in 2005. And then below 2005, we have the largest order from the year of 2004, and again going down, and this repeats for all the years and orders within our dataset.